It's a new day in Louisville, a day where children play on a brand new playground in Central Park, where new businesses are opening from Barrett Avenue to Shelby Street, from Oak Street to Dixie. Today, more families will move into new, affordable homes, more than at any time in the past decade. And with these investments, they can look forward with confidence to the future. It's a new day in Louisville. And under the leadership of Councilman Baker, our district is filled with hope, progress, and promise. Let's keep the momentum going.
Okay. So we're now inside the space as part of our partnership with Kentucky Career Center. Again, a massive space taken here at the Goodwill West Louisville Opportunity Campus. Different counselors, career directors, life skills, other trainings that are taking place, and we have a lot of those services and individuals here. Again, these are partners with Goodwill, and so we're excited to have them. But the services we provide, now we're able to connect with a partner that can help them find jobs. And so that's pretty critical. Again, the computer labs are in place, training classrooms are in place. And so as they come through and as they show their need, this is where we're going to be directing them. Okay. So again, we start with this as one of those partners, which is again very important and critical. But we're also going to show you some other community spaces that are available and some of their partnerships as well. So with Goodwill, we want to be able to service the whole person. And we want to be non-denominational in how we treat that. So that means whether you're Christian, whether you're Muslim, we still want to be able to provide those services. They created a very special dedicated space called the Reflection Room. This Reflection Room is made available. So whatever the stress that they may be going through, this is a place you can sit and just have quiet, peaceful time. Again, sponsored by Aetna. This Reflection Room is available for all walks of ministry. Goodwill has its own full-time chaplain. Brother Ron Moore is available on site to counsel with you, to encourage you, to build you up where life might have broken you down. So this is a wonderful space and available every day, all day when we're here. Let's do a little bit more walking. Another thing that's going to be important for those who are part of our services, when you're coming on site and you're a single parent mom or your family with young children, we will now have a partnership with the YMCA's child care service. This will be a free service for those involved in our programs. So when you're coming in for training, when you're coming in for an orientation, and you have a little one that someone needs to watch, you can't get a babysitter, this is the space that's made available just for the kids. Again, and we make it again children friendly. As you see, they've got their own door and level of access. So they have their own world and already colorfully decorated for nap time. And again, as long as you're enrolled and involved in our programs, this is a free service. Okay. We're going to go through the double door where we're going to identify some space. Again, we talked about space that was available as a community area. Thank you. Thank you. Okay. So here we have community rooms that are available. Right now, sponsored by a very generous donor to help us pull a lot of these things together. We had some major funding in place. So as you can see, this particular wall helps keep us connected to Kentucky. Yes, the West Louisville community campus is in West Louisville, but we serve everybody in Kentucky through some of our other opportunity centers. And again, as you can see, we have served and have been a part of the history of Kentucky for over 100 years. Okay. And again, now we're in a space where we have various learning centers. These are available to be used by the community. Again, we just hosted our first expungement clinic here, well received, good turnout. And some of these areas like this one has been designed to be considered to be breakout rooms. So not only just for the setups, but it has the divider wall, so now you can actually control two different sides of a room. And earlier today, this was filled with individuals trying to get their felonies reduced, trying to get their legal challenges as far as the court systems put in place. And so this was very well received. Looking forward to sponsoring the next one. And again, as always, we're really big in recording testimonies from those individuals who receive services and keeping our connections, being reminded about who we are, where we are, and who we serve. One of the pictures that you see on that wall reminds us that we'll also have Kentucky Barber School as one of our partners. So as the barber school is going to be on site, those individuals who come, getting a resume done, working with programs, maybe you decide that it's time that you need a fade. We'll have a barber school on site that you can go to and get those services done for free. Okay. Again, this is just one of the large multi-purpose rooms that we currently have. Um, you're okay. And so with its own entrance, we have two learning centers on this side. I don't know, are these doors open? And can my key open? Yes, it can. Okay. As we talk about breakout spaces, again, here's another room. The technology is in place. You can do conferences in here. You can do teaching, learnings. You can bring in computers and laptops. One of several different community spaces that's available to be used, whether it's a church, an organization, maybe it's your board training. And again, we'll be able to provide some of our partners. If you don't have that access, maybe we can talk to those partners that have professional services in place just for that purpose. Okay, just a little bit more down this hallway. Like I said, we just hosted our first expungement clinic here. We also hosted a job fair. It was so well received, all the hallways, all the rooms were maxed. That shows how much the need is in the community for those trying to find jobs and find the right placement for individuals here. Very diverse, those internationally as well as those locally were here in this space. And so, uh, uh, and I wanted to make sure that you had a chance to see this wonderful history wall. This talks about the walk of Goodwill in the Kentuckiana area and in the state of Kentucky, showing that 1923 is when we had that founding by Mr. Helms. And it just lists so much more information about what Goodwill has done down through the years. Again, I'm third week on the job. It was amazing to find that someone had the kind of heart to think that if I can take other people's clothing, wash them, sew them, and sell them, that I could use that money to create jobs, services, and programs for the community. That same concept is still going forward today, and that's how these funds are used for job services, job placement, career counseling, uh, helping us to do those checkoffs in order to reduce the barriers that stops us from getting gainful employment. Let's go take a look at this room. Again, if you're a community organization, you have the opportunity to use this space. It has its own entry, so then you don't have to come through the lobby. You can actually manage your own space and your own activity. Again, they're putting it all back together, but this was, again, another huge multi-purpose space. This is where they just hosted over 35 employers for their job fair. And like I said, the traffic was so amazing. We're looking forward to making it happen again. Every type of employer, diversified, Urban League for services, um, Louisville Metro Police, and so many other of those partners. This was sponsored by the Kentucky Career Center. Again, the reason why that partnership is so important to us. And so we expect this space to be used a lot. And again, as I shared in the other multi-purpose room, you have an amazing divider system. So you can actually divide these two large spaces into one large, extra large space, or again, just break it down into separate usage. So we can go back out this door. And again, another learning center. So all through this wing, it is really dedicated for usage by the community. Um, Having conversations with those partners that want to come into the center, utilize a space, have a meeting, have a function, and we're going to kind of gauge what that looks like going forward. Today, again, being March 20th, is our first grand opening. It's the first time we've broken out with everything, and today was a massive day. So someone said it best that we don't know what we don't know, and we learn from some of the things that we don't know. But we want to try to make sure that those are learning opportunities for us to check off the list of things we may need to do differently in order to better serve this community. So we're going to work our way back out. Again, here's another wall of Kentucky that, again, keeps us connected. And again, this particular unit here is in Paris, Kentucky, one of our rural areas, but one of the largest Goodwill service centers that we have available. Okay. So as we make our way, matter of fact, let's go out this way. We don't want to ignore or forget the fact that we are going to be considered a Norton's Hospital Goodwill of Kentucky campus. And so I think this is the best angle where you can see some of the development that's happening on behalf of Norton's Hospital. I think it's got a projected date for November, but they're already doing pop-up job fairs, trying to find good people, trying to make things happen. And so look at all the development, see how far they've come. And soon, this whole campus will be about services, opportunity, healthcare, how to keep yourself healthy while you're getting the job. And after you get a job, provided services right in your neighborhood and your community. So you only have to go around the corner or down the street to get to a hospital. Imagine how much more difference this is going to make that when we have to deal with shooting, when we have to deal with the violence in our community, that you don't have to get into an ambulance that takes you all the way downtown to U of L Hospital or to a Norton's Hospital in another part of the neighborhood. You can come down the street, and the time that you're going to save by getting someone to emergency services right in your neighborhood, this hospital goes up for the first time after 150 years that we did not have this kind of representation of full service hospital care in the West Louisville community. So again, everything that we used to have to battle with life beyond 9th Street is being erased, and Goodwill's being a part of that champion of all that's necessary for that. So we've got a lot of important things that are happening, uh, and it's just the first day. So we're looking forward to having our friends, our families, our partners in the community come be a part of what's happening right here at Goodwill in West Louisville. And again, as you come now west on Broadway, you can't miss but uh, a beautiful shining facility right on the corner at 28th and Broadway. And as that, not only are we part of that change, but we're expecting other people to come alongside and be a part of the change that changes the fabric, the economic design, housing, everything right now in West Louisville. Again, very first day, but trust us, work with us, be with us in all that we're doing. So we thank you for the time.
The lights of Kentucky Performing Arts shine on more than our shows. They illuminate a pathway of discovery for all throughout our Commonwealth. A pathway of creativity, confidence, possibility, of brilliance, inspiration, curiosity, and wonder. For 40 years, Kentucky Performing Arts has led a pathway to unite the Commonwealth around the joy of discovering the arts, and will continue to shine this light far into the future.
Si no haces nada más,
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 mantente vivo.